Okay, so Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 1 has just wrapped. If you binged it over the weekend, my goodness, we are insane, right? But no, there is a problem with that, right? But we'll talk about that another time because this whole like releasing all the episodes at once kind of really felt a little flat for me for some of these shows, but that's a whole other conversation. So let's talk about Volume 2, which just dropped its trailer. Before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell on so you know when these videos drop, because I have about like 8 Stranger Things videos dropping before Volume 1 comes out next month, so stay tuned for that. But let's talk about this new trailer and what it showed and what can we expect. So pretty much we already know, of course, spoilers ahead. If you haven't watched Season 1, why are you watching a video breaking down a trailer for like the next part of it, right? So if you're spoiled, whatever. So pretty much we know that Vecna is Peter, or otherwise known as Henry Creel, who is the son of Victor Creel, who actually was the one that committed the murders at Creel House because he sort of had these telepathic powers, and his family was sort of scared of him, of everything he was capable of and all of that, and was going to institutionalize them. Now, this was, of course, not going to fly with Henry, who felt that he was above everybody else, saw humans as peasants, and was like, no, I'm going to be like a ruler over them, and nobody's going to take me down. So this is the reason why we saw those murders happen in the first place. Of course, Victor was able to be spared due to the music playing and all of that. And then eventually we saw Henry go to the institution with Mr. Brenner, Papa, and became known as Peter there, training, helping the other students as well, specifically 11, who he saw as somebody that was very much so a stronger type like him and wanted her to join him in his efforts to rule or whatever it may be. Of course, 11 was not going to have this, and this is how we saw the Upside Down be opened, as she opened a portal that basically sent him into the Upside Down, and thus with the power of the Upside Down he became Vecna and is now terrorizing and being a leech. So we see this trailer open with Vecna talking to 11, and we know that there's going to be a big showdown here. He's pretty much talking about how 11 has freed him and now he's able to do his bidding. And we see a little bit of this because we know that the Upside Down is starting to creep out into our real world. And we see a clip of Dustin and Eddie trying to protect our world from the Upside Down creatures. Specifically, it looks like they're bats. We also see the Mind Flayer being held in captivity alongside the other Upside Down creatures, as Hopper and Maury, it looks, are finding a prison where these monsters are being kept. And we already know about the Demogorgon, as we saw in Russia with Hopper and all of that. So I think that this is teasing more Season 5 than the whole Season 4 here. I think that these creatures being held in captivity, there's something lurking, some creature that's being made or something like that. That's my theory here so far, and I will make a separate video on that because it deserves its separate video for a Season 5 theories, more likely coming in July, so stay tuned for that one. We also see Robin trying to save Nance alongside Steve. As we know, Nance is strapped in the Upside Down with Vecna, and so it's going to take a lot to take her out of that. And I do have a theory on that as well, about how we might possibly see this like Nancy rescue mission happen, and I think it's going to be epic proportions of what we're going to see for that. So super excited for that. Also, we see 11's powers a little bit more, but not really all the way there. So hopefully come the end of the next episodes, we'll definitely see that. But yeah, this trailer definitely is just hyping us up more for an epic showdown between 11 and number 1. I think that it's going to be insane, and I'm excited to see it go down. What did you think about this season? Let me know in the comments below, but I really did enjoy it so far. I think this whole shift between sci-fi and horror was great. It definitely feels like the brothers are trying to pitch a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and hey, I think that they could definitely knock it out of the park if they were able to get the chance, but who knows, because I think they have a contract with Netflix, and I think they have a ton of shows and movies coming out with them, but we'll see what happens, right? The little trailer just shows us that we might not be getting a full resolution by the end of it, and I could definitely see the next 2 episodes still ending on a big cliffhanger. I don't see a being such as Vecna being taken down as easily as we saw other creatures like the Demogorgon, the Demodogs, and also the Mind Flayer. I see Vecna being such a powerful being that we might see it bleed into Season 5. But for Season 5, I also have some theories about some other creatures I think we're going to see, specifically ones that are just being manipulated and experimented on by the other forces. So very excited for that on its part. I think the whole storyline with the Quills and all of that was done well. Like from the trailers alone, I don't think we could ever guess what the hell was going on, especially by the end of it all. And I really like how season 4 is sort of taking all of the seasons and filling in all the little like missing parts that were there, weaving it together and giving us one cohesive storyline that just feels amazing. I'm excited. I cannot wait. Like Stranger Things was losing me after the last season. Like I was good with it. Alexi made it, but season 1 is still the best season until season 4 came in, and it's giving it a run for its money. But I don't know how I feel about ranking them just yet. I gotta watch the last 2 episodes and then I can give you my informative answer there. Dear Billy, we're gonna talk about that episode specifically, make its own video for it because there was a lot to talk about from that episode. So stay tuned for that. But I'm really enjoying this season. I really do like the horror aspects of it all, and I just want to go back and look at all of the homages because there's a ton of them in there, and really, really loving the design, the look, and everything of the show so far. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about what you think is going to happen in Volume 2. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Do we see any character perish? I do feel there's 2, but I'm going to talk about that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. Probably today or tomorrow. I don't know. I think I'm going to release that video today, probably the theory video on Nance and her whole rescue mission and how that's going to work out. So stay tuned for that one. Anyways, as always, that is going to do it for me. As I said, let me know your thoughts, your opinions, your theories down below. I will be making Stranger Things videos every week, at least 1 or 2, until we get to the premiere next month. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I think that we are definitely getting some amazing TV right now, and it's just awesome. So anyways, if you haven't already, check out my other videos I've done on other stuff you might enjoy. I've already done a video on Obi-Wan Kenobi. I did a video on the first 2 episodes. Also, The Boys Season 3 comes out next week, and I did a theory video on that. Also, Better Call Saul. I've covered some stuff on there as well. Love, Death and Robots, Atlanta. Top Gun Maverick came out this weekend. I did a review on that. So there's a ton of stuff that's out right now. You should definitely check out if you haven't already. But as always, that is going to do it for me. If you haven't already, as I said, hit that notification bell, turn that subscription on. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And as always, I'll see all of you next time. Stay safe, stay positive.